It all began Christmas morning 2020 when I was gifted Hollow Knight off my Steam wishlist by my best friend who had been begging for me to try the game. I started a new save, walked into Dirtmouth, fought the False Knight, dueled the fearsome Hornet, and... I started a new save, walked into Dirtmouth, took a completely reasonable amount of tries to beat Brooding Malik, took some time for some spa days and proper skincare, and then actually did the other things that I hope you knew about before clicking on this video, because we're going straight to the post game. Boop, got home. P5, let's jam. So at this point, I had already done all the individual bindings for Pantheons 1, 2, and 3. So I do have the Lifeblood masks enabled for this run. I did, however, get to Absolute Radiance before activating the Lifeblood masks. I'll let most of the gameplay just speak for itself here. Nothing too crazy happens in a lot of these early fights, just pogoing. I did learn a lot of these quicker ways to kill the bosses over time. I wasn't originally doing these in my first 13 runs. This is run number 14. Every time I run into a boss that had killed me on a previous run, I will tell you when and how many times it had killed me. I never died to Vengefly. Unfortunately, this is not even close to the most embarrassing. I had done worse against Rua's mother. I don't know why. It's in these early bosses, you'll see a lot of times where I simply decided not to lock in and save my sanity for some of the harder bosses later because I could heal through it. Not the cleanest strategy, but I never died to her, so it's okay. I love this big beefy boy. He's so fun. He's so fun to hit. Look at him. Oh, he's just a guy. He's just a rug. Little tip and trick for those who don't know, you can dream mail the shell when he is dead. You can abuse the grub to get a lot of extra soul. Not really a big deal on this boss fight, but it is good practice, especially for when you fight the failed champion later in the run. As you can tell, especially with any bosses that are not before a difficult boss, I do not care about getting hit. I am simply going for easy, quick damage because this is attempt number 14. I'm not trying to spend an hour and a half carefully no-hitting Hornet. This is not even me trying to play for speed. I am legit just historically bad at fighting this boss. I don't know why. Yes, if you can't tell, this is before I learned the speedrunning strat of de-darking him out of there. And here is where Lifeblood masks come into play for the first time. Honestly, my thoughts on them, they only really aid you long-term in the run if you are either going to have difficulties with the boss that's right after you get them, or if you are good enough to no-hit all the beginning bosses at each phase in a row. Otherwise, it's just saving time that you don't have to otherwise heal. You can use more spells. It's more of a time saver than a lifesaver. All of these bosses are ones that I had never died to. It just keeps me from having to heal at the end of each round, which is nice. This is a guy that I had first tried even in my casual playthrough, so a lot of what I learned over the course of my attempts of P5 wasn't how to safely beat this guy, it was simply how to get more hits in and just kill him faster, just to not waste my time. So a lot of these soul shrieks are how I learned to kill him. actually really easy for these guys to get a couple of stray hits on you, especially when they're in their rage form. But as long as you heal up to full health before these next fight, which is only, I'd have to say the Mantis Lords is the first actual choke point in the entire P5 run. As long as you're full health, you're chilling, because you will get plenty of soul in the first phase of Mantis Lords. This is the earliest boss that had ever stopped me in a run. I died to them on run number 4. Yes, I did lose the no hit by falling into them one hit before killing the third one. That is peak Blaine play. I had to answer some text real quick during this time. Just skip 2 minutes ahead. I'm just leaving it in so people don't think it's a split video of 2 separate runs. This guy is normally a Lifeblood Mask stealer, but at the same time, not a potential threat to actually kill me, but because you normally have time to just heal through everything at the end of killing him, because you get plenty of soul from both smacking him and the balloons that form. But this time, I actually got through without taking any damage, which was nice. With how many stray hits you can take from the Beam Knight right after this, I never really bothered with trying to go hitless through this guy when it's so easy and quick to just face tank and let yourself heal at the bench that comes right after. Learning to D-Dark when those spikes form, the projectile spikes, and to immune those and dish out damage to them at the same time is when I really started to take a lot less damage from the bee. And getting through this with all 4 of my masks, an idea was born. Trick I only learned at least like 5 or 6 runs into this is that the tamer actually dies if you kill the beast first. At least I think the red one's the tamer. You know, knowing Hollow Knight, it could be the other way around. 4 temporary masks is fun and all. But what about more? All of the other Pantheon 5 bosses are either equal difficulty or harder than the ones you find in the base game, but the Winged Nos I actually found much simpler than the base form from the game because it doesn't have the attack where it runs to the middle of the screen and then throws out all the orbs from the center, which I think is a much... I don't know, maybe I was just lazy and I never really learned that fight because I just beat it once and then moved on, and this one I fought multiple times. This one seems very, very easy in comparison. Sly had stopped my very first run as well as another, but I had recently no-hit him, so surely I would be able to take these 10th masks into the next section and stack even more. And I'm getting hit. And I'm getting hit. And I'm getting hit. Yeah, I choked them all away, but you know, it's fine. If you're nothing without the lifeblood masks, you don't deserve to have them. once you get the rhythm of it, because it's the most predictable section, I actually found this phase of slide to be the easiest over time. Oh, I hate this. I hate this boss so much. Base game, Ascended version, anywhere she goes, any version of the arena, I hate this boss. You know, I've no-hit it many times. It's the principle. I hate teleporting bosses. I hate these things that come from straight off screen and can hit you right away. And she's got both of them. Oh, she just wastes your time. Not a fan. Oh, it's time for a good old Western shootout. You either kill him in 3 seconds or he kills you in 3 seconds. And by golly, you done it a time before. But not this time. Bye-bye. I have a confession to make. I died to this man 3 times. 3 out of my 14 runs ended with the poop man, and yeah. If only my Fall Guys lobbies could play volleyball like this, eh? never died to this guy in a run, but I do have to say, unless you're willing to just use a lot of soul or take a couple of chance hits from him, this guy takes so much longer than the other fights. I'm about to say something very controversial. I never died to this guy. I hate him. He's stinky. He sucks. He never got me. He did set me up for failure. He did set me up to die to all of the enemies that come right after him. But this harlot, he never got me. He never got me. And he doesn't deserve me. He doesn't deserve a man like me. Zote only actually killed me one time on my second run, but he did in fact set me up for multiple failures right after him. He is a very frustrating boss to fight until you realize that you kind of just gotta go and smack him over and over and over again, and then de-dark his ground pound. Yep, this is the LeBron James that threw down the alley-oop from Kobe, aka Zote, and got me. Both my 9th and 10th runs were ended by just the first swing from this guy because I came in with 2 masks after the Zote fight from Markov. But once you really get a good run of use a Soul Blast and a couple of Meteors on him, the DPS is actually very, very quick. Now, after the very first time I had killed this boss, I practiced him a few times, and then I had beat him on every single run. So I had beat this guy, I want to say, at least 10 times in a row. So I was feeling very, very confident, and well, you'll see. You little Man, my last run, I had no-hit that guy, and then I do that. Okay, time to switch up for my Absolute Radiance build. I went to the bathroom to go wash my hands, and I actually took a couple minutes after to let my hands get the oils back, because I found when playing piano that if I try to play right after washing my hands, if I don't have a little bit of oil, it can get a little, I just need that feedback. I need the texture. But then I was so disappointed with myself, and I was so wary of how badly I had choked to Nightmare King Grim that I realized something. I had already choked. I had already Heimlicked myself and pulled through it. My throat had iframes. I couldn't choke anymore. I had 5 minutes of choke-free gameplay that I absolutely had to take advantage of. My previous 2 runs, I had died almost immediately to the Pure Vessel fight right after this door. And that distraught, I don't get mad when I lose. I just feel defeat, and it took me right back to October 12th, 2024, to this moment on the chart when our quarterback threw an interception. I was like, it's so over. But then we won that game, and I knew, I was like, there's only one thing to do. I grinded. I did this exact situation over and over and over again. I went Pure Vessel, Absolute Radiance, Pure Vessel, Absolute Radiance, back to back, back to back. I did that combo 10 times. I beat Pure Vessel all 10 times. I beat Absolute Radiance 6 of those times. And I knew with a 60% chance of getting past this doors, even with the, let's give it a 50% Blaine choke factor added onto that, I had a chance. This was my time. This was my moment. Am I almost back from the bathroom yet? I only have so much more to talk about. There we go. Let's get to this. Let's kick this in the... Oh, he's got... Oh. Well, there goes Flawless. Yes! 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 Down you! Woohoo! Oh my god. Oh my god. No hit. Oh my goodness. Oh, hell yeah.